Hi, friends. I hope you all have a wonderful week and I hope you're having a wonderful day. And welcome back. I'm really excited for this build. I built this like 10 days ago on September 1st, and I just haven't had a chance to do the voiceover because, just a reminder, I've been moving. We're pretty much living here, but there's still lots of unpacking. We've been going to the thrift store looking for shelves, and I might post a picture over on Twitter or in my Discord if you'd like to see what my shelving is looking like so far. But I've just been real busy and I haven't had a chance to do the voiceover for this. So it was built 10 days ago, but I really, really, really love it. And I do have builds that are older than this that I need to edit and do voiceovers for and stuff. But I was just so happy with this one and just really in love with it. So I wanted to post this one first. So this is going to be a Tudor house that is fall-esque, and it's more fall inspired and less like typical fall. Like, it's not really full of reds and oranges and yellows. The interior color scheme is dark wood, but it's mostly like kind of green, shades of green. And then the exterior is the same, but there is pumpkins everywhere outside. There's so many pumpkins. I didn't really put a whole lot inside because my thought process was that maybe they have all these pumpkins outside, and then maybe the people in on the island in Windenburg, which is where this isn't on the island. It's on the different part of Windenburg, but maybe they have neighbors that come and like take pumpkins and leave money, or like send Venmo or something. Kind of like, I don't know if any of you follow there's like two people that I follow on TikTok that do kind of market stands on their property, at the edge of their property, with like eggs and veggies and things like that. And it's kind of like an honor system. And that's kind of what I get the vibe with this house is that the person that lives here sells the pumpkins. They grow them here and then they sell them by putting them everywhere, and then people could come out and like grab a pumpkin and buy it or something. Um, I don't know if this lot is really perfect for that, but that was kind of my idea when I was adding lots and lots of pumpkins. So you'll have to let me know what you think about that. But this build is built for, in my mind, a grandma who has rooms in her home. I couldn't remember. I couldn't find the word. That has rooms in her home for her three grandkids that often come to stay with her. And so, yeah, that's what this is decorated for. You can kind of see that I left in a lot of my struggles with the exterior, and we mess around for a bit with the different kind of bump outs on the outside. Ooh, I'm struggling to talk today. With some of the bump outs on the outside and the roofing, and when like where to add porches, we end up with one big porch. It's kind of like the whole build is up on a porch on a platform, and I think that like looks really, really cute and like kind of matches the vibe of the house that was here before and some of the other houses in Windenburg. This is built on the Cottage Am See lot in Windenburg. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, and it comes in build mode at 71,179 simoleons, and on the gallery at 84,226. Again, I don't know why my game does that. I still have not figured out why that is or how to fix it. So that is an issue, but if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm always trying to figure that out. But yeah, so you can see now that the exterior has kind of come together, and I kind of struggled for a minute with the door because I kind of thought I wanted it like a block into the wall and then like a arch, but that's not what I ended up doing. The door ends up just being there and there's no like arch or walkway into it. But the color scheme for a bit is this gray toned paneling wood, but we do end up with a dark brown, and I really liked that a lot better. But here's that struggle with the doorway. I thought that I cut a lot of it out, but I guess I didn't. I think I left a lot of my struggle with this build in, so you could kind of see um, how it comes together. And it was one of those builds where normally I do this thing where I kind of plan it out for a second and then bulldoze it and then record it. So I kind of plan out for like a couple seconds beforehand, but I didn't do that with this one. This one I just went in, and you could see that I just struggled a bit for it. This is a very long pause. When are we going to resume? I did. That was a very long pause. Why didn't I cut that out? That's very strange. Sorry about that. But now I am starting to figure out the windows, and we pretty much use the windows from Get Together because they match the wallpaper I wanted to use, the Tudor wallpaper. And I think that it comes out really cute. And I really like the floor plan of this home. And it's kind of like the living room ends up being in a bump out on the, I think it's a bump out. Maybe it's just the left side. I don't think it's actually a bump out. I think it's just this left side because I think that this is the final shape of the build. Again, I built this 10 days ago. I'm struggling a little bit to remember. But then we get this fireplace over here on the side. And I really like the roofing. I think the roofing looks really pretty. And we do change everything to be brown. So here in a second, you'll see that it clips from one clip to another, and then suddenly everything is brown. But I think that the brown works a lot better. And here I am trying to make some more roof pieces so that there's less clipping in the second floor so that we can add a couple of bedrooms up there. So I'm just kind of shuffling the roofing around so that I don't have as much clipping, and because it's a little bit much. The clipping is a lot right now, and we need less clipping because it's hard to see when you're playing on the second floor when it's all like that. So here we are just adding stairs. The porch I think does get a little bit bigger. I think maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I think this is this. Oh, no, it does get one tile bigger. I was right. That's what I get for doubting myself. Don't doubt yourself. I should know better. But this is kind of the way that the exterior windows work. Well, not just exterior windows, but the windows. I don't know where that window on the top is from, but here you can see now that we have jumped forward and everything is brown now. And I think that it looks way better, and especially looks more fall and autumnal. And I think that it's really, really great, and I really love it. And now we are just adding all of the trees, trying to figure out how to add the most fall looking trees with all of the reds and golds and yellows and stuff, because I think that they're really, really pretty. And now we're picking a fence for the porch because I wanted it to match the color of everything else, all the other woods. And then we're just adding it all around, and I really like the kind of like wood paneling with the stone everywhere. I think it looks really pretty. But now we are just adding a little bit of greenery, I think, or maybe that's what, no, the greenery is last. The greenery we do at the very end of the build. But I don't know if I actually use these flower boxes because they've got blue in them, and the blue does not match at all. It really does not match the fall vibes here, because we're kind of going for reds and greens and golds and not blue. So I think we end up with the flower boxes from Discover University, possibly, in this kind of like brown and tan swatch. Not this swatch, that one, yeah. So it's kind of like tan, and then it's got like the dark brown on it. That's what we end up using because the colors worked way, way better. And I think that that was a smart choice to kind of make it match better. But now we're just adding a little bit of terrain paint to kind of find the pathing of the build. I would not recommend doing terrain paint so early in a build because there's still the terrain paint glitch. I would recommend doing it kind of last, towards the end of the build, just for sanity's sake. But we have moved on to the interior now, and this is going to be the floor plan. So the dining room is right here, and I did play test this, and your Sims can get through this little area here between the counter and the chairs. So that is all good. You can get through this little dining room. And then we use the counters and cabinets from For Rent because they come in the perfect brown swatch, and they kind of had like the nice countertops and the gold hardware, and I think that they look really pretty. And then here I am realizing that for some reason the counters are off the wall. But then we go through and add some of the upper cabinets, and I think that it's just so pretty. These counters are my favorite counters, I think. I know everyone has a favorite. These ones are my favorite. I just think they're so pretty. And if I had my own home, these are really pretty much the counters that I would want, like really close to this. They're so pretty. I love them so much. But this is the layout of the kitchen. I think that it works really, really well. And then that door in the kitchen goes to the downstairs bathroom. It's kind of a weird shape, but it is a full bathroom and it is functional. So no worries about that. But now we're just kind of trying to figure out a table for the kitchen because it's kind of a big space in the middle of the room that's kind of empty. And it just felt a little bit weird. So we're just kind of shuffling things around to add this in here. But I want to know, what do you guys think about the roadmap for the next couple months that they released recently with the expansion, I think it was, and some kits, and it's like this whole life and death thing. What do you think it's going to be? Leave your or not suggestions, but your ideas for what it's going to be down below. I'm really interested to hear what everyone thinks it's going to be. I don't really know that I have an idea. I'm not sure what I think it is. So, I'm not sure. I've been talking about it a little bit with my husband, but I don't really have any true speculation about what it might be. I'm kind of a little bit, just don't really have any ideas, honestly. But we're now just adding a whole bunch of clutter. I think that this grandma, I think that she's a younger grandma. I don't think that she's in her like 70s, 80s. I think she's maybe in her 50s or 60s. Like she's kind of a younger grandma. And she loves to bake and loves to garden and loves to just do all the things. And I think that she just really loves her grandkids. We do lower that window in the end because it does end up clipping through the bedroom upstairs, but you'll see that a little bit later. I am trying to put my other slipper on my foot right now, but I can't find it. There it is. But now we're just trying to pick some curtains. I don't really remember what we end up going with. I think it might be Seasons ones with like the gold leaves on it, because it kind of felt a little bit fall, but also just a little bit of modern in the build. Kind of like the appliances feel a little modern to me, so that's kind of what I was thinking. But we just add a rug and a couple plants in here to kind of fill up the space, and then this green on these chairs is the kind of color scheme we're going for in the build, and I think that it's very, very pretty and kind of autumnal. I think it's a little autumnal. You'll have to let me know what you think. But now we are just trying to find something to add to the wall in here. I think we add cutting boards so that this counter doesn't look quite so empty. And then I think we move on to the little music room, office entry room space right here. It's just kind of a big hallway, but I end up putting a desk over in this corner. And then we have a piano and a chair and a fireplace. And I think it's really, really pretty. And I really enjoy that the fireplace is in the chimney. Like the little tiles that the chimney is on the exterior is where the fireplace is on the interior. That doesn't happen a lot in my builds. And a lot of times I'll add chimneys, but then there won't be a fireplace. Which is kind of silly and not really, really realistic. But I think that it's really fun to, not really fun, but I think it makes sense to kind of put a chimney outside sometimes, because the side of the build may just look a little strange and need a little more. And I think that that's really fun and kind of funny that we all do that we will all of us have at one time or another added a chimney on the exterior and no fireplace inside. And I think that's so funny for the community to keep doing that. We all do it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember what I was saying, and I probably should have listened back to it before I started recording again. My husband just came by our apartment, and I took him out some tea and water because he was really thirsty. He's at work today and he's really thirsty, so he came by and I brought him out some tea and some water, and I don't remember what I was talking about now. So I'm just going to talk about the build and what I'm doing and hope that I don't repeat myself too much. And I apologize if I do. But now we're working on the little entryway area. I'm trying to figure out what would work best with the color scheme and vibe, because this one is too modern, but that one didn't take up enough space. So I thought maybe I could add a smaller one and then have the color in the wood of the like blue, green, and the brown. And then over here, I decided to make a little gallery wall using this piece from Paranormal. And then I think these are both base game artwork. And then we're just adding some books and a plant up on this side table, console table. There we go. From For Rent. For Rent really came in clutch in this build. Like, the colors are just perfect for what I was going for, and I'm so happy with it. But here's that little box and the little books and a little plant. I love that little plant in these kind of builds. It's so cute. It's so good. And then we just add a rug. And then I think at the end of the build, I add in some more clutter to these little shelves by the stairs, as well as another wall, because it looked a little strange from the second floor. But this is going to be the couch that we use. And I do actually have an apartment almost finished that is using the same sofa, and I think one of the chairs that I use as well, and possibly this bed that I use in the... Actually, I don't think I use the bed that's placed up there in the grandma's room, but I do use the same couch in the same swatch in an apartment that I'm working on right now with my mom, because she really loved this couch in this color. So we do use it again in an apartment soon, but I just think it's the perfect couch for this kind of vibe. And then this chair has the perfect blanket over the top of it, and the yellow chair is from Cats and Dogs, and then the green one is the matching chair to the couch from Cottage Living. And then I do think we end up using this little side table from the For Rent. Oh my gosh, am I okay? I don't know what's happening. And then we just use some more cabinets from For Rent over here as the entertainment center. And then the TV from Modern Luxe, because it's perfect. It's so pretty. We just add a little birdhouse over here. And then I think some books and a plant, or a hand and a plant. I don't really remember. A pig and a plant. A pig and a plant. And then we grab a bookcase. And then we just put another little kid's toy over here, and that's really it for this room. Other than curtains, we do need to add some curtains. And I think we had a little basket of toys by the little bear chair. Oh, we got rid of the Cottage Living chair, and now we have a little chair for the grandkids. I forgot about that. But we add the same curtains in here, and this plant. And then I think some photos on the wall, possibly. I'm not really sure. Maybe a mirror. Oh, we had a mirror. You know what? I'm beginning to believe that I don't fully know most of the choices I made in this build, but I do like it, so I think that's okay. I'm sorry this voiceover is a little all over the place. I feel like most of mine are. But I'm a little autistic and ADHD, so I just kind of have a tendency to kind of babble and not really know what I'm talking about. You may have seen this clip right there in my TikTok recently that I posted, like a little day in the life TikTok, where it's just about my day in the life, and then I showed the little clip where I cannot place that lamp. I don't know what was happening. So I was struggling to place that lamp. It wouldn't let me rotate it, so I had to place it like this. I'm really not sure why I couldn't rotate it, but it wouldn't let me rotate it, so... It's just going to be placed like this, but that's fine. It looks nice. And then we're just going to grab a coffee table, and then I think we move on upstairs, possibly. I don't know if we do upstairs before we do the outside, or if we do it outside first. I think we do upstairs and then the outside, but we just had a little kind of Alexa speaker over here. I thought maybe it would be like a nice little touch to add like a piece of modernness in here with the TV and the Alexa kind of deal. So I thought that was really, really cute. And then we just added a toy and a couple of pieces of clutter to the coffee table. And then that little basket of toys over here I thought would look really, really cute. And yeah, I really like the way that this living room came out, and I'm really happy with it. And now we're just going to add a few pieces of clutter over here to this little shelf and move on upstairs, I think. I think. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't really remember. Um, this was, like I said, 10 days ago. So, how are you all doing? How have you been? Have you been building anything cool? Do you have any cool gameplay you've been doing? Have you gone back to school? Are you enjoying your fall so far? It's not really fall yet, but have you been enjoying it? I'm enjoying that it's slightly, very slightly cooler right now because it's been like 110 because I live in Texas. And now it's kind of like, I think today when I took one of my doggos out earlier, it was like 78, which was like kind of cool. I really like 50 to 60 degree weather. That's my ideal weather. So I'm excited for fall. But here we're just adding a few pieces of clutter and decor into this little room, like a little rug and a mirror. And then I think we add a doormat and maybe an umbrella stand. And then we move on upstairs, I believe. But I'm not, oh, nope, I forgot the bathroom. I forgot that I didn't do this bathroom yet. I think I do it off camera though, because it was really difficult to film in there because it was such a tight space. So now we've moved on upstairs to the grandma's room, and I did put the bed in the corner because it's just for grandma. I don't think she has a spouse or anything. It's just her. So I put it in the corner. But if you have two Sims and the scoot trick works, then you could technically fit two Sims in this room. So that's entirely up to your game. But now we're just going to decorate this room. She gets a bookcase at the foot of the bed. I had to turn on the cheap because I do have a Sim in here, and I wanted this thin bookcase in here that would fit between the foot of the bed and the wall. And then we grab a mirror over her bed, and then a lamp. Do we add a wall lamp, a sconce, or do we add a lamp? I don't remember. Ooh, we add a clock and then a lamp. Lamp. I had to say it one more time. I thought about candles, but I thought that the lamp was cuter. And then I think we had a mirror in this little corner over here, and then a wardrobe dresser kind of deal. It's a dresser, but tall dresser, but not quite a wardrobe. I feel like wardrobe is the one with doors, right? Is that the difference between a wardrobe and a dresser? A wardrobe is tall and has doors, but this one is tall and has drawers. So I think it's just a dresser. It's from base game. A lot of stuff in this room is base game, actually. And by a lot of stuff, I mean the bookcase and the mirror and the dresser that we end up using is also from base game. And then we just add a couple paintings and a poof and a couple pieces of clutter to the top of the dresser. And that's really it for Grandma's room. I think it's really, really cute, though, and I really like it. And I think it's really cozy and really my vibe. Like the kind of thing that I enjoy building. It's kind of giving cottage, like Tudor cottage. My brain kept saying Tudor college. I couldn't get the word cottage out. So we just had some books and a little plant and another one of those little hand statues. I think we have one downstairs, but I don't really remember. No, we don't. We ended up with a pig. I forgot. So we just add those, and then we add a rug, and I think that is it for this room. I did do the other bathroom off camera. I think I did both bathrooms off camera, actually. I thought that I have this one on camera and the other one off, but I guess they're both off. But they're just bathrooms, so they're not too fun or important. They're just toilet, sink, shower, bathtub upstairs. And then I did have to move the roof pieces around when I was decorating up here because it kept making the camera kind of freak out a little bit. But this is going to be the room for the toddler to stay in when they visit. So we get a little toddler bed and a little kitty and a little nightstand table thing. And then we just get a dresser and a toddler potty and a stack of blocks, I think. And I think that's about it. I did struggle with curtains in this room and in the room across. But I think we end up with, these Dream Home Decorator ones in this one. And then we just get this cute little kind of rainbow mountain vibe above the bed. I thought that fit the wall really nicely and brought in that little piece of modernness that I was trying to add in every room, just a little piece somewhere. And then we just get a painting up here or a mirror. I don't really remember. Your guess is as good as mine. Oh, we get this painting. It's not really a painting. It's kind of like a tapestry in a frame. And then we grab a little mirror because I thought it looked cute. And then I think we get, I don't really remember, a toy box, possibly? Yeah, toy box. Oh, that one's so cute. I love it. I wish it had more swatches. Some of the swatches kind of are too similar to each other, and I feel like we need more. That would be really cool. And then a little storybook and a couple toys, and then a piece of baby clutter with a lamp over here. I have never used the swatch of this lamp, I don't think, and it's so cute, like a little plant. So, so nice. I love it so much. And then some little baby clutter, and then a rug, and I think that that's about it for this room. And now we're just going to go on to the last room of the house, which is going to be for 2 kids or teens. It is a room with bunk beds, so 1 to 2 Sims could stay in this room or live in this room, either one. We just moved the little window down. It was the only one that was that high. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. I thought that they were all that high and that it needed to be that high, but it really didn't. So we end up using the Horse Ranch bunk beds with the matching bed on the bottom with this little sheep swatch with the little balloons. It's so cute. Like the little sheep are flying. Oh, I love it. And then we just put it over in this corner together because I thought that it would be cute to have a bunk bed in here. I don't use bunk beds that often. So I thought that it would really be nice to fit more Sims in here. And then we got this little Victorian dollhouse. I wish that I could comprehend the tool mod so that I could have the ability to make that a little bit bigger. But my brain does not comprehend it. No matter how many times it's explained to me or how many videos I watch, my brain can't figure out the tool mod. No matter how much content I intake on it or how many people tell me about it, I can't do it. I can't figure it out. This lamp is the piece of modern that I added in here. I thought that it matched the color schemes and the vibe. And then I think we used this curtain from Realm of Magic. It has kind of a curved top, so I thought that was really cute. And then this little shelf we added into the toddler's room. And then we just added a few pieces of clutter in here, like a little bear gnome and possibly a lamp on the nightstand. No, not a lamp, because we have a lamp right there. Books? Yeah, books. And then a little Void Critters painting. And then we add the sheep rug from Horse Ranch as well. And I thought that was really cute. And I really like that room. And then we just added a plant in here. And I think I had a mirror on the other wall later. And now we're just putting all the roof pieces back. And then we're going to work on the exterior a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean we're going to finish the exterior. So I struggled for a minute with what kind of table to put out here because I wanted an umbrella. But the one umbrella was too big and didn't have the right colors. So I think we end up with this base game umbrella. And I think that it's really cute and it works really well. And then I kind of struggled with how much space there is on this porch and like what to add everywhere. But I think we figured it out in the end. And now I'm working on the landscaping. We do use a bunch of debug landscaping. And I started grabbing pumpkins, but I think I step back from the pumpkins for a minute and work on the landscaping and then go back to the pumpkins after I kind of furnish the exterior a little bit. But I'm not really sure. Your guess is as good as mine. Why do I say that so much? I say that so often, I feel like. I don't say it like IRL all that much. I only say it in my speed builds a lot. And I don't really know why. But we kind of raised the foundation up a little bit to kind of accommodate this bush that I wanted to add. It's so pretty. I love it so much. And then to make the exterior of the home look a little bit more autumnal, I wanted to add these red vines. Are they vines or are they just wall climbing plants? I don't really know. I wanted to add those to kind of bring the fall theme into the build a little bit more, and then the green just to make it look pretty. And then we get a bench at the front over here, and then a games table in this little corner. I don't really like either of the games tables. I guess I could have gotten the one that matches the chairs. Isn't there one that matches it? And that would have been fine. That would have looked probably better than this one, but that's okay. And then just grab a couple rocking chairs because it's grandma's house and it's a big old porch in the middle of nowhere. You need rocking chairs. And then this little table and chairs ends up being more in front of the window, out directly across from this grill that we add, so that we can put some planters over on this porch. Because there wasn't really a whole lot of space on the grass for things because the house takes up pretty much the whole lot with the porch and the house. And then over here, we add a couple things, but it ends up just being the planter and an easel over there, I think, in the end. You'll have to see in the screenshots because I do move a couple things around at the very end of the build. I don't think it's on camera. I think I moved like 2 or 3 things around off camera. But this is not what this looks like. We do keep this planter here, but we end up putting some easels over there, and then all of the planters go here, and then we end up with a few planting patches where these rocks are so that we can plant the pumpkins. Because obviously if they're selling pumpkins, they need pumpkins on the lot, or it doesn't really make sense. I think I'm going to build a pumpkin patch, and I also have an idea for a boarding school that I want to work on this season. So I'm really excited for those. I have so many ideas, and I have so many things already recorded, so I really need to get on that. I've just been so busy with moving and packing and unpacking and just everything. It's just so much. But it's okay. It's working out. We really like the new space, and it's a lot bigger, so it's very nice. So this is where the little easels are going to go, and then I think we keep this little cooler. And then over here, I tried to add these, what are they called? Garden patches, I guess, but they didn't really fit. So they end up on the other side of these stairs where the rocks are. And then I do go into not debug, but the gallery to grab it all. But, oh, we're in screenshots now. You can find this build in my gallery under AudynRo, AudynRo. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the screenshots. Bye.